Today we're going to do a step-by-step tutorial on how to launch Instagram ads that actually work. We're going to launch these Instagram ads that are generating real estate leads today. So be sure to stay to the end because you don't want to miss a single step, because one single step alone that is missed could cost you a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of frustration. Hey Time, if we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. All right, so here we are in the Business Manager, and you can get here by going to business.facebook.com, and it's gonna bring you right here, or you can go to the top right of your Facebook profile, and there's gonna be a plus button. In that plus button, there's going to be the ad section. So this is exactly how you get to where we need to get to, which is our ads manager. So let's get right to it. Right off the bat, you see that there's 11 campaign objectives that you can choose from. Now, you can use pretty much any one of these to run Instagram ads exclusively, but the one that I absolutely love whenever it comes to running Instagram ads is conversions. That's the one that I absolutely want to get to. Now, at the end of the day, this one is the more complicated type of ad to run, so we're actually not going to go through that one today. I'm actually going to link up a video right here that's going to show you how to do conversion ads. So we're going to go with the straightforward, easy to implement. You can implement this very second without having to go and get your pixel, without having to install your Facebook pixel, without having to create a conversion campaign, which is what this one would have been. Now, we're going to go with the traffic campaign because it's the most universal, it's the most adaptable, it's the most flexible, it's the one that you can immediately launch today. Now, you may be thinking, well, Jaime, does it work? It absolutely works. 80% of the ads that we run with new audiences, this is the campaign that we're launching when it comes to Instagram ads. So you can run any type of campaign objective. We're not going to dive into every single one of them right now, but when you go with the traffic ad, again, it's the most universally adopted, so you can't go wrong. So with the traffic campaign, understand that you're going to drive people away from Instagram and Facebook altogether. So this means that you need to have a landing page or a website or something outside of the Facebook and Instagram world that you're going to drive traffic to. So if you don't have a website, if you don't have a landing page, then you need to call a little slight audible before you even begin. If you don't have anything like that, if you don't have a landing page or a website, then go ahead and go with lead generation. That's going to work just fine. But for our purposes today, we're going to go with the traffic campaign. So what we're going to do is go to continue, and we're off to the races. Now, when it comes to the campaign name, you can name it whatever you want. I just encourage you to name it something that you're going to remember. I encourage you to name it something that you're going to know the type of campaign that you ran, you're going to know the audience that you targeted, and you're also going to know the type of ad that you run. That way you're able to look at your reports very quickly and see which ones are working, which ones are not, and you're able to split test very quickly. So I manage a lot of ad accounts for the agents that I work with, not only from the agency side, but also from the EXP side. So the agents that partner with me at EXP, I do their lead generation for free. So I have a lot of agents, one of the fastest growing teams in EXP. So I have a lot of agents that have to go through their ads personally every single day. So that is something that I really need to get dialed in and have a very speedy way of reviewing the campaigns. And this is the way that I do it. Now, just to show you the naming convention, and then we'll get on our way. The naming convention that I like to have is calling out the type of campaign first. And then here, I would put the audience, so who I'm targeting. And then here, I would put the ad. So if I was doing a traffic campaign, which we are, and if I was targeting people that have an interest in Zillow, then I would put Zillow right here. And then with the ad, if I was running a price drop ad, I would name it price drop. So this is the naming convention that I would use. So for our purposes today, since I'm at the campaign level, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like this because I'm not going to split test this. So it's just going to be the campaign, the ad set, which is the audience that I'm targeting, and then the ad. So I'm going to leave it as is, and I'll just copy it. Now, since we are running a housing ad, that means that anything that has to do with housing, we need to select that it's under the special ad category, which restricts the type of targeting that we can do from the back end. It doesn't mean that we're not going to ultimately reach the people that are looking to buy and looking to sell. This just means that we're not able to call them out specifically like we had in the past. In the past, whenever we were running Facebook ads and Instagram ads alike, we had the option of selecting people that were likely to move. I know, people that were likely to move, that was a category that Facebook put people in. So Facebook knew that they were out there looking at moving websites, that were looking at real estate websites and knew how to identify them. But now we don't have that. However, we're still seeing amazing results even with this housing introduction, which was in 2019. So we've been running ads effectively, getting leads for $1, $2, $3, $4. This is still possible. So you just need to know how to do it. And this is exactly why you're here. All right, so we're going to leave it at this. We're going to go with this type of campaign. We're going to select it's in the housing. We can't do anything here. We're not going to do A/B split testing, and we're not going to optimize from the campaign level. When it comes to the budget, we're going to select it individually at the ad set level. All right, so then I'm just going to paste this right here. X out of that. And then choose where you want to drive traffic. You'll enter details in the destination. So check this out. This is what I was mentioning at the beginning. We had to select one of the 11 campaign objectives to run your ads to. And we selected the traffic campaign. So this means that we're driving it to a website of your choosing. It can be yours, it can be somebody else's, it could be a landing page, it can be anything. So we can do that, but you could also send it to an app, which actually converts the type of campaign that we're running. If you can also send it to Messenger, which changes this to a messages campaign. So this isn't necessarily a traffic campaign, it just converts it from a campaign objective. So think of it like going back, selecting messages, and then running the ads from there. So that's a little secret when you select those. Dynamic creative, we're not going to worry about this, but basically you provide different images, different headlines, and it's a variation of split testing, but a little bit more sophisticated. We're not going to go through that today, but just understand that that is a powerful... Hey, one quick second. I'll let you get right back to Instagram ads. I just need one quick favor from you. Would you mind going down to the bottom of this video and smashing like? Thanks. But just understand that that is a powerful feature that is very heavily used by Shopify stores, by stores that have products in a lot of different variations, and that is how they're able to target you specifically based off of what you search. And now the offer one, if you had again, this goes more towards products, more towards services that you're charging a set price, then if you had an offer, you could make it right here and customize it however you want. We're not going to necessarily run an offer in this particular campaign. And in my experience, real estate leads just don't do that well when it comes to offers. So the good thing is we don't even need to do that. So anyway, let's continue. Budget, we're going to leave it at $20 a day. We're going to let it start immediately. Now, some of you have been asking, hey, I want to start my ads at a certain time, stop them at a certain time. I want to start my ads on Monday and have them go through Friday, but I don't want them to, I don't want to log in here and delete those or pause them whenever Friday hits. So the best way to do that is by going to lifetime budget and allocating a large amount so you have a good bandwidth, because there is a limit to how much you can spend. And then you can select when you want them to start, when you want them to stop. So that's a little tip right there, and that's how you actually select it. So we're not going to select an end date, but if you needed to start my ads on Monday and have them stop on Friday, then you can do the lifetime budget right there. Okay? And that would be recurring. I know that this says end, but that would be recurring. That would be something you could schedule on your time. All right, when it comes to the audiences, you can target people that have visited your website at any point in time, assuming that you have your Facebook Pixel installed. You can target people that have engaged with your Instagram page or have engaged with your Facebook page. It doesn't matter which, you're able to retarget them. Again, assuming that you have your custom audience already set up. Now, if you're interested in the custom audience portion of how to actually create those, then I have a video right here that's going to show you how to do that. So we're not going to go to that at this time. We're going to go to a cold audience, but understand that that's where you would go to call back out that audience. Now, since we're running, I believe it's going to be a price drop ad, we're going to go to people living in this location, and we're going to pick on Dallas. We're going to go to Dallas today. Dallas, Texas, and we're going to see a 15-mile radius. Now, this is a good part of the video to talk about the special ad category, which is what we selected. We selected housing. Remember, credit, employment, housing, and elections and political/social issues. If you're running ads that have to do with those categories, credit, employment, housing, and elections, then you have to select it's under the special ad category, which means that you're restricted from the filter standpoint, from the targeting aspect here on the back end. So we can't go any less than 15 miles. This is our minimum. This is where we actually start our ads from. Another restriction is that anybody above 18 is eligible to receive our ad. Anybody, any gender, male or female, they are going to see our ads. So that's something that you have here, and that's a big restriction when it comes to the way that we were used to running ads. Again, this changed in the fall of 2019, so it's been around it's been around for a while now. It hasn't stopped us at any point, so we're still able to leverage our highly effective ads. So just understand that that's where that's coming from. So we're gonna scroll down. And what we're going to do, I believe we said that we're going to run a Zillow interest. So we're going to select people that have a interest in Zillow, that have engaged with Zillow websites or Zillow-like websites that Zillow manages. So as you can see here, the potential size is 34 million. So that's quite a large reach. And what you're going to see here is it dropped from several million to the potential reach being 290,000 people. So that is still a large enough audience and a small enough audience at the same time to get some effective returns, and also split test it versus those that have an interest in Trulia, versus those that have an interest in property, those that have an interest in mortgage loans. We have that ability, and that's how we actually split test in every single market that we enter. As a reminder, I have agents not only from the EXP side, but from the agency side, all across the country and in multiple states at this point. So we go into every single market and we split test. So a lot of the same elements that you're seeing here is what we personally do whenever we're going into new markets. So this is what makes an Instagram ad an Instagram ad. It is right here at this point in time. So let's pay close attention here. Instead of going on the automatic placements, we're going to go to manual placements. We're going to unselect all of these platforms. So check it out: Facebook, Instagram, Audience Network, and Messenger. And we're only going to leave the Instagram items here. So you see Instagram Feed, Instagram Explorer, Instagram Stories. And the rest of these items, so these are placements, these are assets that either have a partnership with Facebook or Instagram or are owned by Facebook and Instagram. So this is why we have 3 of the 14 placements selected. So we call out where we want our ads to show. So you see here the Instagram Feed. Here you see the Instagram Explorer. And then here you see the Instagram Stories. Now, right now you're only seeing 3, but in the very near future, there's going to be some additional places that you can advertise. So the Reels, so the feature that that Instagram came out with, which was Reels, that competes with TikTok, trust that there's going to be a placement to advertise there very, very soon. Wink, wink. So understand that these placements will continue to increase. Only because there's 3 today doesn't mean there's going to only be 3 tomorrow. So this is something that you need to understand, but also something else to understand is the differences between the Instagram feed. So on the bottom right, this is where we're going to read. You're going to see that we recommend square I call it 1-1, but it's 1 images and vertical 4 or 5 videos. And here you see we recommend full screen vertical images or videos. So what does this mean? That means that with your ads, you absolutely want to size your ads appropriately. You want to size them to where they fit and present incredibly well, because you understand over here that this ad, it's a sexy looking ad. It's a really good looking ad. But if you go over here and you try to compress or stress this image out, which is not going to be the same ratio as the Instagram Stories, it's not going to look the same. It's not going to present the same, and you're going to come up with a blocky ad. So this means that the image or the video is going to be down here in the middle, and then there's going to be grayed out space. And that's not what you want. So this is saying full screen vertical. So that's, you want it all to show up, so you give the user a unique experience. That's how you're actually effective with your ads. Now, the best way to do this, if you have no skills when it comes to photoshopping, when it comes to editing, I have very limited skills in that department as well, so don't feel bad. Canva is your best friend. A lot of you have heard about Canva. A lot of you are using Canva right now, and this is something I still use today. It's the best way that I have personally found to get some effective looking campaigns that that allow me to size these correctly. So when it comes to Instagram, you can see here, Instagram Story ad. And then you see all the different sizes, all the different templates that you can choose from. So you can choose Instagram Story ad if you're going to do an Instagram Story. So here, let's just go with delivery. You see that it fills everything up like they suggested. So you see the entire screen is filled up. Now, if you're going to do that, It's going to change this. So you just play around with it. It's a great free platform. You don't need to pay Canva a single dime, but that's how you go about sizing. So let's continue. This is the Instagram portion of it. So if you miss this part, then you miss running your ads on Instagram. Now, when it comes to optimization for ad delivery, here's one important little tip. Landing page views will deliver your ads to people who are more likely to click on your ads and load the website or internet experience, versus will deliver your ads to the people more likely to click on them. So which one do you think is going to be more valuable to your business? People that are out there clicking and habitually clicking, just click, 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 click away, or people that are likely to click and load the website? So which one would be more beneficial to your business? I understand that that's a very simple question to answer, and it's not a trick question. Of course, it's the landing page views. So that is what you want to optimize for. It's going to optimize. So Facebook/Instagram are going to go out there and look and find people that are more likely to actually load your website as opposed to just clicking on it and then going back. So that bounce back rate, which is what's technically called, you're limiting that. And you're going based off of people that actually view your content and deliver your message. All right, so let's go to next. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to TrafficZilla. So we're naming it again. Now, here's something very important that a lot of people don't realize. You can connect your account right here. If you have an Instagram account, you can instantly connect it to you. There's no really, you could go to the Business Manager, and I show you how to do that in the Business Manager video that I have out there, but you don't have to. You don't have to go to the Business Manager. You can do this directly from here. So all I would have to do would be connect the account. This is a demo account, so I'm not going to necessarily go and do that today, but this is as simple as it gets. You just connect the account, you log into Instagram, and you're off to the races. Now, here's the tip, or the secret. You don't need an Instagram page. A lot of people think that, well, I don't want to run Instagram ads because I don't have an Instagram page. Well, you don't need one. So you could very easily, without having to select an Instagram account, which is what you're seeing right now, I'm not going to select one, you could run an ad from Facebook and it's going to show on Instagram. So whenever somebody clicks on it, it's going to feel like it's Instagram, especially here. No one's going to know the difference. Now, if you're running a lead generation campaign, then that'd be a little bit different. You're still able to advertise on Instagram from Facebook alone, but it's going to look like Facebook because you're driving them to the form. Here, no one's going to know the difference. So people are going to see your page, and if they wanted to look you up, they'd have to find you on Facebook. They wouldn't find you on Instagram. But whenever they click learn more, or whatever it is that you use as a call to action, they're going to be prompted over here to the website that you're directing traffic to. So all that to say, you don't need an Instagram page. It's highly encouraged that you do have one. It's highly encouraged that you do have a Instagram page connected so you can see the better results. But at the end of the day, you don't need one. So that's a common misconception out there. Now, when it comes to the ad creation, you're going to see different options here. You can do the single video or single image. So let's just see. Let's just go with create an ad. You can do a carousel ad, and you're gonna see what it looks like over here. So as mentioned, so this is your Facebook page, and people don't know the difference. But then you see what the carousel ad looks like. So if you go to single image, that's what it's going to look like. So this is showing you what it's going to look like from the feed standpoint, and it's going to show you what this looks like from the Instagram stories. So this is what I'm talking about right here. When it comes to the stories, you see this grayed out spot right up here, right down here. I suggest that you drop the stories altogether. Now, I'm ultimately not going to hit publish in today's video, or else I would go back and do that. But I wanted to show you the difference between the Instagram feed and the Explorer, which isn't that different. The ratios are the same. But when it comes to the stories, that is different. So you see here, the grayed out spot up there, the grayed out spot down here. So you want it to present a lot better than what you're seeing right here. So make sure that you size appropriate to the placement that you have. So how we would do that would be just leave the feeds up here and then run an ad solely for the stories. That's how you run these ads effectively. All right, so we're just gonna add an image. So we have an image in there. And I'm just gonna select a house. And you can see here, it's asking you to crop, so you know how to do that. So you see stories, it's stretched out the stories, and then the feeds, you can stretch out the feed. So either fit to each placement according to the image that you're using, or go back and take care of that in the targeting that we were covering. So I'm just gonna leave it like this because we don't have time to go through it. Now, I want to give you an ad copy that's absolutely crushing it right now. This is a smaller ad copy, but it's a heavyweight in results. This ad campaign is absolutely crushing it in all the markets that we go into. So the ad that I'm talking about is, I kind of gave away the ending already when it comes to the price drop. You would put an emoji right here, but we don't have time to that, so we're going to do a hashtag price drop on Dallas home for sale. Boom. So what we're doing right now is we're calling out that this home right here had a price drop. Now, if it had a significant price drop, let's just say it was 5,000, 10,000, 30,000, whatever ends up being significant, then you would call that out. You would put something to the effect of $10,000 dollar price drop on this lakefront property. Now, this is not a lakefront property, so I thank you for humoring me and keeping engaged. But what I'm doing here is I'm calling out a specific feature to the home that's going to break that pattern interrupt, because people are used to seeing certain types of ads from Facebook, from realtors, but they're not used to seeing it this good. So yeah, that's a self-serving compliment there. So when it comes to the price drop, you're going to call it out if it's a large enough price drop. If you did a dollar adjustment, then you're one of those people, and I get it. I understand that you're trying to refresh the MLS, but at the end of the day, you do want to call out a large price drop if you have it there. And then also you want to call out a unique feature. So here you can put updated home. You could put new kitchen. You could put new roof. You could put anything that's unique to the property is what you're going to put there. And now what you're going to do for the call to action is click learn more for price, location, pictures, and virtual tour. That is what you're offering. So the home itself becomes the lead magnet. The home itself becomes the lead magnet. And what you're going to do now is put your headline here. And we're going to put huge price drop. Now, why I really like the traffic campaign is because I could add another option. I could add another basically split testing version of this. I could reword this and put another version right here. I could reword the headline and put another version right here. And Facebook is going to go out there and it's going to mix and match until it has an optimized campaign that is going to go out there and deliver results for you. So it's going to serve the best ads first, so it gives you the better chance of getting a return. Now, when it comes to the destination, this is what we were talking about, of having a website or a landing page ready to go because you're driving them to your particular website, something that you control. Now, you could also do a phone call, which is also a huge benefit to the traffic campaign, which now has been integrated to a lead generation campaign, but that's another story. You could select the phone call. However, right now, this particular ad copy doesn't work as well if you're driving people to a phone call, because you're advertising a certain message. Now, if you were doing a retargeting campaign and encouraging people to reach out to you to claim a special deal, if you will, then the phone call would make sense. You're driving people to a phone call immediately from this type of ad copy isn't going to be the most effective, because how are you going to describe the property without showing them the images, without showing them the virtual tour? So it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So try it if you want. I'm just telling you that the website's going to be your better deal right now, especially with this messaging, but you can certainly take advantage of the phone call ad feature because it's there available to you. And then what's left for you to do is go to the website URL. So wherever you're driving the traffic to, you're going to put it right there. Don't worry about anything in the display link. And then the call to action, I always leave it at learn more. So that is something that is my personal preference. Make sure that your website events are on. So basically your pixel is on. And then you hit publish, and you're running Instagram ads that are actually going to generate you real estate leads. Well, now you know the Instagram ads that are working today for real estate agents, it's time to level up. So I'll leave a video right here that's going to help you do that. Also, if you found value today, please be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss another video. And of course, make it your best day yet.